Okay, so good morning, everyone. Today I'll be presenting on Google Sheets. The topic is I have selected is Google Sheets. So, what is Google Sheets? Am I audible, everyone?
Yeah,
Yes,
Shiraj.
yes.
Yeah.
So Google Sheets is basically just a free cloud-based spreadsheet application. That means you open it in your web browser like a regular web page, but you have all the functionalities of a full spreadsheet application for doing powerful data analysis. And so, how is it basically different from MS Excel that we are going to study today? MS Excel is a long established heavyweight of the spreadsheet world. That means it's an incredibly powerful, versatile piece of software, and it's used by approximately 750 million people worldwide. Google Sheets is similar in many ways, but also different in other areas. It has mostly the same set of functions and tools for working with data. And here are some of the differences. Google Sheets is cloud-based, whereas Excel is a desktop program. With Google Sheets, you will no longer have versions of your work floating around. Everyone always sees the same, most up-to-date version of Sheets showing the same spreadsheet data. Also, both have charting tools and pivot table tools for data analysis, although Excels are perfect in both cases. Excel can handle much bigger data than Sheets, which has a limit of 2 million cells. Google Sheets really integrates well with other online Google services and third-party sites since it is cloud-based. Also, both have scripting languages to extend their functionality and build custom tools. Google Sheets uses AppScript, that's a variant of JavaScript, whereas Excel uses VBA. VBA means Visual Basics for applications. So why do we use Google Sheets? These are the reasons for which we use Google Sheets. That is, our data always stays up to date. Also, we can use Google's artificial intelligence to speed up analysis. We can help to keep our data secure. We can work the way we are used to working with Excel. Also, we can automate our processes. So how to create our first Google Sheets? This is how we create your first Google Sheet. That means just go to your web browser. We all have Google Drive in which we store our data, Google Cloud Storage. Right click there, go to um, Google Sheets and select the new spreadsheet. So I'll show you. This is how a basic spreadsheet looks like. And a combination of row and column is called as a cell. Here we can enter whatever data we need like that. So that's how we create your first Google Sheets. Next, the cell formatting, that is we design and format our cells. Like these are the various cell formatting options. Like I will explain it one by one. The first one is merging cells. Merging cells means, as I told earlier, the combination of row and column is called as a cell. And I have entered a data here. And in order to merge some cells, just click on Shift option and select the cells which you need to merge. Go to merge cells and merge horizontally. That's how we merge your cells. You can align it, center alignment, right alignment, etc. That's how we do the alignment. And next is how you provide color. Here I have entered a sample table. So in order to provide color for your table, just click on Shift, select the rows and columns that you need to provide color. Go to Format, go to Alternating Colors, and select the color which you need. That's how you provide color to your table. The next option is bottom border. Bottom border means like if you need to provide underline under a cell, just select the cell. Go to borders, provide bottom border. That means if you need to calculate the sum like that, in such situation, you can provide bottom border. The next is text rotator and wrap text. Text rotator and wrap text. That means you can adjust the size of the column by actually cell is referenced by, if I'm selecting this cell, it is actually we name that cell by naming the column name first, then the row name. So this cell will be called as, this is each column and third row. So this will be E3. That's how you name a cell. And those are the various cell formatting options. The next is functions in Google Sheets. Like suppose we need to find the total number of units. here, if you need to find the total number of units purchased, just go to the cell where you need to calculate the total number of units. Go to insert options, functions, and since we need to find the sum, select sum and start. Just click where to start and drop it down where to end. Click on enter. Like that, you get the total number of units. And also you can find the average, the count, the maximum and minimum of any entries that you need to find. Just go to any cell where you need to calculate that. Go to insert functions. There are various options. Average. If you need to find the average of unit cost, just select that and drag it down, press enter. You get that like that. So those are the basic functionalities in Google Sheets. The next one is cell references. There are basically 4 types of cell references. The first one is relative cell references. By default, all cell references are relative references. When copied across multiple cells, they change based on the relative positions of row and columns. That is, suppose we need to find the total. The total cost is found out by number of units into unit cost. So in every mathematical operations we perform in Excel, we start by providing equal to sign. So here we need to find units into unit cost. So in this 14 into 1.29, so we need to calculate the 14 lies in the cell E3 and 1.29 lies in the cell F3. So we need to provide E3 into F3. So, and if you press enter, it automatically comes and it asks for, it suggests an autofill. That means all the values below, if we click on tick mark, all the values get calculated like that. That is the same multiplication operation happens across all the rows. This is called as relative cell references. That is, if you copy the formula E3 into F3 to next row, it automatically becomes E4 into F4 and so on. Relative references are especially convenient wherever we need to repeat the same calculation across multiple rows or columns. The next one is called fixed cell reference. So there may be times when we do not want a cell reference to change when copying or filling cells. We can use an absolute reference or fixed reference in that case. That is, find the discounted cost. Like this is a total cost, and in this row, this is the total cost, and in this the discount is 20%. So we need to find how much amount will get discounted. In that case, we need to find 20% of 18.06. That is G3 into 20%. So 20% lies in the cell E16. So we calculate like G3 into E16. So if we drag this down, we will not get like the relative cell reference. So we put a $sign in between E and 16. This is where we use fixed cell reference. That is, this 20% is a common entity that we can apply to all the rows. And if you press enter, they again ask for a suggested autofill. And this is the amount that will be the discounted cost. So this is where we use fixed cell reference. So and the next one is copying entry from another sheet. So here I have opened 2 sheets. This is sheet 1, and we have another sheet 2. And if you have a value like 45 here, and in order to, if you want to copy that value from another sheet to this sheet, just click equal to here, go to the other sheet, click on the cell, press enter, it automatically gets copied here. This is how we copy entry from another file. And and the next is reference to another file. Reference to another file means if we need to open another spreadsheet while we are using this sheet, we use the import range function. The syntax is like we write import range. Sorry, first we start with equal to, then we write import range. And then we just need to put the URL of the file that we are copying. So if another file is open, we just need to paste the URL And if you press enter, automatically another file opens. So those are the 4 basic cell references. The next option is sort and filter option. Google Sheets allows us to reorganize our data by sorting and applying filters to it. We can sort our data by arranging it alphabetically or numerically, or we can apply a filter to narrow down the data and hide some of it from view. Adding a filter allows us to better analyze our data. When data is filtered, only rows that meet the filter criteria will display and other rows will be hidden. With filtered data, we can then copy, format, or print our data without having to sort it or move it first. So the sort option will be like here, the data is already sorted. So if I'll just sort it. So if we select these 2 columns and go to data sort range here, since we have selected the header row, that is the region, we click data as a header row. And first it will sort by region, then it will sort by rep name. So if you click on sort, the data gets sorted like it gets sorted alphabetically. That is, first the central region comes, then the east region, then the west region. And also the corresponding rep names will also get sorted alphabetically. The filter option is like if you select these entries and go to data, create a filter, we can see a symbol here like it is a symbol of filter. And if you click on that, and if you need to find only the data of suppose pencil, okay, so only the details of pencil comes. And in order to see the entire data, we just need to go back to data and click turn off filter. All the entire data comes back. So these are the this is the sort and filter functions. So these are some of the basic functions in Google Sheets that I have explained. Thank you.